What's up, traders? Today there's some very big news, and in this edition I'm going to cover a couple of things. Firstly, what's happening in the market. We're going to look at the top performers over the last 24 hours. We're going to look at the ETH chart, Bitcoin chart, and very big news. Two very big news items is that the SEC is wanting to control stablecoins and what that means going forward. And Facebook has had a name change. This is really huge. With that, let's get into it. My name is Sean, aka Czar Trader Guy. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, and leave me a comment. First up, let's start with CoinGecko.com. I want to look at the top performers over the last 24 hours. We can see SafeMoon 52%, Manus 52%, and more of the well-known coins. Axie, a gaming coin, 7.6%, Icon 6.5%, Polygon, Crypto.com, KuCoin token 4.7%, and as we go down, Ethereum incidentally hit an all-time high today of $4,400, up 4.3%, Sushi Swap 3.7%. If we go further down, Binance Coin 3.1%, Zcash 2.6%, Terra 2.2%, and going down, Solana 0.2%, Uniswap 0.3%. I want to look at the liquidations over the last 24 hours. BYBIT.com. We can see period 24 hours, 102 million wrecked on Bitcoin, 39 million on ETH, 18 million on Dodge, 17 million on SHIB. So if we scroll down, look at over the last 24 hours, the biggest liquidations by exchange. Binance 55% on long, 67% on OKEx, BYBIT 54% on longs as well. You can see over the last all periods today, so far 130 million has been liquidated on longs, and on short 81.5 million. If we look, this is a live liquidation, and you can see short, coins, AXS, Dodge, BTC, SHIB, ETH, BTC. So keep scrolling down. A lot of them are short. So what's happening is that people are expecting the price to go down, and they're over leveraging their positions, and they end up getting liquidated. So personally, I wouldn't take any positions right now because the market is in a very undecided stage. We don't know if the market's going to push down more. Don't know if the market's going to push up. Right now, I think possibly we could see some real volatility over the weekend. So look out for that and be careful if you enter into any positions. We can see that Bitcoin has been trading in the range of $60,000 and 61,720. It went up to 62,597. What's interesting to me, it's been trading in a pendant pattern. You can see that price has come down and respected. There was a very big wick down yesterday at 6 o'clock UTC plus 2 time. Price going all the way down to 57,458, and we can see here that there's a very strong support area. Previous resistance will get flipped into support and bouncing very nicely off that level. Also supporting almost that bottom trend line of the pennant, and at the moment it's looking like it could break out of this pennant, and I'm going to show you what that means if it does break out of the pennant. So if it breaks out and we get an hourly and a 4-hourly candle close above this trend line, we could see a really big move up in the coming weeks. The measure rule for a pennant is basically this. Let's change it to the daily chart on the daily time frame. It's going to be easier to show you the measure. So what we do is we measure from the bottom of the flagpole, and that flagpole has to be several days long, and we can see that it started on the 30th of September, so 29 days long. Let's measure from the bottom of that all the way to the top of the pennant, and the basic rule is you can take that measurement and put it from the bottom of the pennant, and we can see the breakout target. If it breaks out of that area above the trend line, we could see a move up all the way to $83,873. Now that coincides almost perfectly with the 1.618 fib extension, and those targets are extremely realistic for the next couple of months. Plan B, a very big crypto guy on Twitter, predicts that by the end of the month we're going to see 63,000 again on Bitcoin. We're 3 days away from the end of the month, so let's see. I'm not so sure it's going to reach that $63,000 level before the end of the month, but let's see. There's quite a lot of resistance around there. Bitcoin's been bullish. There's a lot of bullish news, and it is definitely something to watch. So I want to have a look at the ETH chart. ETH, as you might know, hit an all-time high today of $4,400. Previous high was around 3,386, so just capping that previous all-time high by about $20. So ETH has been trading in, it's kind of a channel. It's not a real structure at the moment because it's not longer than 3 weeks, but you can see that it's been respecting this lower trend line and bouncing very nicely today off the trend line at $4,303. What areas can we look at ETH coming down to? Well, there's a lot of support at this level, $4,227. You can see very, very nice support there. Possible areas that it could go down to, this area here, 3,989. There's strong support. Actually, let's move that slightly down. 3,973, and there's also a previous resistance area which has been flipped into support. So we could see ETH come down, trade within this area for a couple of hours, couple of days, but we could also see it coming back to test this all-time high and possibly moving further up. Looking at some of the oscillators on the daily time frame, RSI kind of moving to overbought territory, but it does still have space to move. MACD also quite high, but there's definitely positive momentum still happening. So a bullish cross up on the stochastic RSI. Normally if there's a bullish cross up, the MACD follows, and Wolfpack just looking like it is crossing up. So we could have some more positive momentum on ETH, but we'll have to see what happens as the day plays out. So on the 4-hour time frame, we can see a little bit of negative momentum coming in on the Stokes. So we could actually, I think we could see it moving down a little bit, possibly to that 4,200 area, maybe a little bit lower down to $4,100 area, but we'll see how the day goes. Cointelegraph reported yesterday that Ethereum 2 Altair Beacon chain update had a successful start with 98.7% of nodes upgraded at the time. A successful Altair upgrade to the Beacon chain was seen as an important factor clearing the way to the merge with the Ethereum mainnet and the transition to a proof of stake consensus mechanism in Ethereum 2. This upgrade is a big upgrade that is going to see the Ethereum blockchain reach higher speeds and also a lot lower fees in terms of when you do a transfer. So this is a very, very good update for Ethereum. So Ethereum's success has also been driven by the platform's use in the booming decentralized finance and non-fungible tokens NFT sectors. They highlight ongoing rising demand for Ether in the future, thus ensuring additional tailwinds to its bullish outlook in Q4 2021 and possibly into 2022. I found this very interesting. Raoul Pal is huge on Bitcoin, and he often has interviews with Michael Saylor, who is the CEO of MicroStrategy, and he owns a heck of a lot of Bitcoin. And Raoul Pal tweets, "Just so we are clear, I'm more than irresponsibly long in ETH right now. I now have leverage but via calls. This is by far and away the biggest personal position of my entire life by a factor of 10 or more. My view horizon for this part of the trade is 6 to 9 months." So do your own research. I'm extremely bullish on Ethereum. I'm in a long position in Ethereum. I'm planning to hold it possibly to new all-time highs, and let's see where it will go. Some guys are saying that the top of the cycle, Ethereum is going to hit $10,000, $12,000, $16,000. It remains to be seen. So the next major news item I want to share with you is that the SEC is on the verge of cracking down on the 131 billion stablecoins market. So stablecoins like USDT, they're under scrutiny, and the SEC is looking to regulate them. So what does this mean for crypto and people trading, especially in USDT? I do a lot of my trades in USDT, and many traders do the same thing. Key takeaways. Bloomberg reports the SEC may soon receive significant authority over stablecoins. May, we don't know if it's a definite, but it looks like it definitely is a possibility. Secondly, the market is bullish for the regulatory clarity that may follow on the move. That's very interesting, because there's been a lot of scams that have gone on in crypto, and I've been victim to some of those scams. So regulation is very good, because people know that whatever they invest in then is going to be regulated. They're not going to lose money if they trade responsibly. However, the cryptocurrency market and key players have been positive towards the new development. For Michael Saylor, CEO of MicroStrategy, regulatory clarity for stablecoins will have the effect of accelerating the adoption of Bitcoin as the most favored store of value, as well as the dollar as a de facto medium of exchange. So the big news story of the day is that Facebook changes its name to Meta in a major rebrand. So let's look at the article. Facebook has changed its corporate name to Meta as a part of a major rebrand. The company said it would better encompass what it does as it broadens its reach beyond social media into areas like virtual reality. The change does not apply to its individual platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp, only the parent company that owns them. The move follows a series of negative stories about Facebook based on documents leaked by an ex-employee. Frances Haugen has accused the company of putting profits over safety. In 2015, Google restructured its company, calling its parent firm Alphabet. However, the name has not caught on. Facebook boss Mark Zuckerberg announced a new name as he unveiled plans to build a metaverse, an online world where people can game, work, and communicate in a virtual environment, often using VR headsets. He said the existing brand could not possibly represent everything that we're doing today, let alone in the future, and needed to change. So, love or hate Facebook, they have a reach which is absolutely huge on the planet. This is absolutely huge because the gaming sphere, and especially in crypto, is going to be huge in the coming years. So this channel, I'm aiming to give you reports into what is to come and what is possibly going to be very big after this bull run. Let's look at some of the bigger gaming crypto assets that are investing huge into the gaming sector and that are possibly going to be very big. So if we go over to CoinGecko once again, we can actually look for the category of gaming, not gambling. Wish I could spell. And these are some of the coins. Axie is a very popular one. That's one of the biggest one. Engine Coin, Sandbox, Gala. These are some of the coins that are going to be absolutely huge over the next coming months and years. Why? Because the gaming industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry. Blockchain is about to capitalize on that. So not financial advice. Do your own research, of course, but these are some of the things that I'm going to be investing in the near future. Another thing that I believe is going to be huge in the future is decentralized autonomous organizations, or DAOs. So what is a DAO? DAOs are an effective and safe way to work with like-minded folks around the globe. Think of them like an internet native business that's collectively owned and managed by its members. They have built-in treasuries that no one has the authority to access without the approval of the group. Decisions are governed by proposals and voting to ensure everyone in the organization has a voice. There is no CEO who can authorize spending based on their own whims, and no chance of a dodgy CFO manipulating the books. Everything is out in the open, and the rules around spending are baked into the DAO via its code. So the code can't be changed once it's been set into place, and you can see it's actually running at the moment on the Ethereum.org blockchain. Why do we need DAOs? Starting an organization with someone that involves funding and money requires a lot of trust in the people you're working with. But it's hard to trust someone you've only ever interacted with on the internet. With DAOs, you don't need to trust anyone else in the group, just the DAO's code, which is 100% transparent and verifiable by anyone. This opens up so many new opportunities for global collaboration and coordination. So there are many DAOs out there, and I think we're going to see a lot more DAOs popping up. But one of the DAOs I'm invested in at the moment, I invested in a couple of weeks ago, is called BitDAO. You can see their treasury balance is absolutely huge. Partners of BitDAO, Peter Thiel, he's extremely huge in the crypto space. BYBIT, a very big trading exchange, and a lot of really big investment companies. Pythagoras Investments, also very, very big. So let's look at the BitDAO price. BitDAO is currently trading at $2.56. I bought it at $1.49, and I think this is going to grow exponentially. You can see all the exchanges that you can buy BitDAO on, and BYBIT is one of them. Definitely the biggest volume over the last 24 hours on BYBIT. SushiSwap, FTX, Gate.io, Uniswap, Poloniex, those are the big ones. If you're not trading yet and you don't have an exchange, I can recommend BYBIT. I trade on them daily. There's a link in my description. If you sign up via my link, you can get $600 worth of rewards based on certain tasks that you complete. If you also deposit BIT and trade BIT, you can get a 3.5% bonus. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Smash the like button and comment in the comment section. I'd love to hear from you. See you soon.